By clicking on this video, you've already done 80% of the task. You have already solved 80% of your problem. You have done more than what others will do in their entire weeks. You have actually taken your first step. You have actually done the first thing that I'm going to share with you in this list, which is action. Action. So, the rut. I'm going to tell you the reason why a rut. What is a rut and how does it affect you? The reason why a rut feels so tiring, even after the fact that you're consuming content, you're scrolling reels, you're watching games, you're watching entertainment, you're playing games, even after all these actions that you're doing, you still feel tired, you still feel overwhelmed. It feels exhausting to you, but you're not actually achieving something. You see, what a rut is basically an event or a phase of your day, week or month where you're not accomplishing anything, where you have that internal feeling of disgust and you feel that you're supposed to be doing the important tasks that you're supposed to do. It may be completing that assignment, it may be talking to that client. They differ. But you're not able to achieve that. You're endlessly watching Netflix, you're endlessly playing video games, yet you still feel tired, you still feel not accomplished. Well, this is because your mind has the sole purpose of conserving energy, whereas your heart wants you to pursue your true and deepest purpose. What happens when these two forces collide? Well, you result in something called a rut. So, the collision of these two forces results in a rut. A rut which basically nulls you. It nullifies everything you've done throughout the day. You don't feel accomplished even after doing so much, yet you feel so little. So, how do you counter this? How would you counter a rut? Now, to get out of the situation, you'll need to do that one thing again that you did when you clicked on this video. That one thing is taking action. Now, the action and the very specific steps I'm going to tell you are the steps that I took and that worked for me. And I'm pretty much sure that they will work for you as well. The steps are very simple. First, you realize the place that you're lacking in. You first realize your true problem. You realize what you have to do when you get out this rut. You need to have a clear, specific goal in your mind. You need to have that clear, laid, clean line of thought. I know it's not easy. I know it's very hard when you've not done anything productive throughout the day. So, this will be tiresome, but you have to do it. You have to bear with it. You need to have some sort of willpower. You need to have a little bit of persuasion of yourself. You have to pursue yourself in doing this hard task. So, the hard task is think of a task you should do. You would like reading books. You might read a book. You might want to watch an educational podcast, not those entertainment videos. Genuine educational podcasts. It may be about your health, fitness, or whatever. But you need to have that one productive thing in mind when you're trying to get out of a rut, as this will propel you very much and will help you a lot. So, now the action steps I'm going to tell you is, you will have to consciously stand up and look in your mirror. You have to stand up, look in your mirror and stare at yourself for at least 30 seconds. Doing this one task will clear almost all of your brain fog. Brain fog in this case, you being lazy. You're not being able to do that one specific thing. You stare at yourself, you stare in your eyes for 30 seconds. Then, you open your door and you go out of your room. That's right. When you've stared down yourself in the mirror, you're not supposed to start doing that task because, let's be honest, you will try to start that task, you will sit down and you will read that book for 5 minutes, you will view that podcast for 5 minutes, then your focus will deter. And once again, you will move from your path. So, What you do is, you have stared down yourself in the mirror, you stand up, you open the door, you walk out of your room. I'll give you two cases. First, if you're watching this video in the morning or you're watching it sometime later in the day, if you're watching this in morning, you open your door and you get some sunlight. Yeah, you get vitamin D, but what you also get is light, sunlight. You might have heard we are beings of light, right? Like God made us through light. In different cultures that varies. But God made us through light. And light is what enlightens you. Light enlightens. So, go walk in sunlight. Don't stare at the sun. Just stay in sunlight for a while. And then you'll cleanse yourself. You'll feel more at peace, at ease. And then when you come back in your room, you will not pick up your phone. You will not pick up that controller. You will not view social media. Yeah, if it's your first day trying to get out of a rut or it's your first occurrence with a rut, then it will take some time, but you will learn how to counter it. You will sit on your table and you will actually do the task that you were thinking of. Okay? Remember this. When you're staring down your mirror, when you're walking in the sunlight, you're supposed to keep that one task in mind. You have to keep thinking of it over and over and over again, so that it gets in depth to you, that you have to complete it before the end of the day. Now, but what if it's night? You have no sunlight. What are you going to do? Well, I'll just give up and start the next day. I'll take the sunlight tomorrow morning. No. You will go out once again and you will take a walk. And now you'll see the stars. I mean, light is basically the one thing we're looking for, so why not look at the stars? I mean, they're beautiful. You may even start counting them. But you see, it's not this action that benefits you. It's your mind during that action. When you're doing this task consciously, your unconscious mind is thinking over that one task that you had in your mind. So when you're counting those tasks for, let's say, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or you're in the sun for 10 minutes, once you've done this task of walking in the sun or counting the stars, you will come back to your room once again. And now you will try doing that task with your utmost focus. You will try accomplishing it. And you will, I'm 101% sure that you will accomplish that task before the end of the day. I mean, make realistic expectations that you can complete given the limited amount of time you have in a day. You need to complete that task before the clock strikes 12. Now, once you've done that, you're going to have a wonderful day or you're going to have a wonderful night. Steps were very easy, very basic. How to get out of a rut. You stand up consciously. This requires willpower. Most people will not do. Most people will just watch this video and move on and watch another Mr. Beast video or another entertainment video. And they'll stay in their situation, comfortable. Their slave minds, their monkey brains telling them to relax just because they've had school or college and they've studied for 6 hours. Their monkey brains will tell them to relax, that you deserve it. I'm sorry, but as a man or as a human being overall, you're supposed to work. Your life is not supposed to be of ease. We are not born in this world to be with ease. We are born in this world with our own specific purpose. What is your purpose? That's a very hard topic, and most people never find their true purpose. They fail. They fall under the depth of society. They only walk on the blueprint provided by the parents. They're sleep-deprived, underpaid parents. They believe in their advice. They walk their path. And the lives they end up with are just 1% better than their parents. Be honest. We love our parents. We absolutely respect them, and our parents, whatever they've done in their entire lives, they have done for our benefits. But does that necessarily mean they are right? That everything they think for us is absolutely correct? All the decisions they've taken about us, are they absolutely correct? You have to decide that for yourself. If you want to end up like your parents, very well, very good. Follow the formula, follow what they've teaching you, and you will definitely, most likely end up like them. However, If you want to give your parents what you've wanted to accomplish for them, what you wanted to give them the entire lives, what amount of love you want to give them back to it. This amount of love, this form of love could be in that one trip your mom always wanted to go to. It could be that one sport your father always wanted to play, but now he's doing this job, so he's not able to do that sport. It differs, but you can give all this love back to your parents if you love yourself and if you pursue your purpose. Therefore, identify your purpose. And when you've identified your purpose and you're pursuing it, you will never be in a rut again. Sure, you'll fall here and there, you'll lose your no-pap streak, you'll start playing video games, you'll watch entertainment, but when your heart is at the right place, you will not fail. Your heart and your mind, they will be aligned and they will not allow failure to seep into you. You will stand back up and you will win. It is not about how we fall. It is about how we pick ourselves up. This is Muis, and this video was about how to get out of a rut. Go and make the mirror man proud.